Dear Sigma males, this is Alex from Sigma Spirit. Welcome to the Sigma Spirit channel, and today we're going to talk about signs of an upcoming transformation as a Sigma male. In a previous video, we've talked about signs that you might be a Sigma male, and today we're going to talk about the transformation that happens, the upcoming transformation many of you might experience in the future. And maybe you've already had this transformation, and it'll help you to watch this video to understand why things happened the way they did, why you experienced certain things, why you felt certain ways. So today I have made a list of 11 points, 11 signs of a coming transformation. But before we get into the video, as always, I'm asking you to think about subscribing to this channel. I want to do everything in my power to teach what it means to be a Sigma male in today's world, and I want to help people understand. So if you feel like you're alone out there as a Sigma male, you don't really understand yourself, and you don't know how to turn everything into a strength, I urge you to subscribe to this channel because it's going to grow into an amazing resource and an awesome community for everyone. Everyone who has a high sense, high spirit of Sigma. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Many of you are going to go through a transformation in life, and I think that right now we've been blessed. We've been blessed with opportunities that are disguised as catastrophes and tragedies. But these are really opportunities to instigate our own transformations. And I think that a lot of you are going to experience this. But if you don't know that you're going through a transformation, if you don't know that you're about to turn into this Sigma male, or that becoming a powerful Sigma male and reaching a place of alignment is only one piece of information or one little key away from happening, if you don't know that, then you might be knocking at the doorstep of a transformation, and yet you can't get through to the other side. So that's why I compiled this little list, because I want you to understand that you're probably a lot closer to a place of alignment, success, fulfillment, confidence, and happiness as a budding Sigma male than you realize. So it doesn't matter if you are just coming to this channel and you don't know anything about the classifications, beta, sigma, alpha, whatever. It doesn't matter if you're there, or maybe you think that you're a beta male, as described by certain people, and you think that you could be a Sigma male with a lot of work, or maybe you're coming here as what you thought was an alpha male, and you think, no, wait, maybe I actually am a Sigma male. Or maybe you're coming to me as a Sigma male who wants to understand more about himself, or he wants to understand why the transformation he went through felt like it did. So it doesn't matter where you're coming from. It only matters that you're here and that you learn from these 11 signs I'm going to share with you. So let's get into it. Number 1, we have quarantine has got you thinking dark and deep. So this little lockdown right now has got many people in a period of self-reflection. And I think for many people, this self-reflection is brand new. This sense of solitude is brand new. And maybe they're finding that they are enjoying it. Now, a lot of people are enjoying some solitude, especially introverts right now. But I think it might be a sign of transformation coming up that you're thinking in this time of quarantine. Many people are not thinking. But it might scare you that a part of you, your shadow self, maybe this untamed Sigma spirit, is thinking some dark things. Maybe you're thinking very revolutionary things. You're thinking negative things. You're thinking conspiracy theories, whatever that may be. I think that's ultimately a good sign because you're not asleep. What you do with this power of being awake is a whole nother story. But I think if you're thinking right now, it means you're ahead of many people. And you're ahead of your lesser self, which is very important. It's a very important sign of a transformation coming up. And I experienced this myself. Quarantine has been very difficult for me. Like many people, although I've tried to not make it about myself, I've tried to remember there are many reasons to be grateful. But that doesn't mean that it's not normal for you to think some really messed up things. And that's okay. Number 2, the second sign that you might be going through a transformation right now is you feel a very cosmic, divine, powerful, invisible hand at play in your life right now. You feel like something is guiding you. It doesn't take away from your own power. Maybe you feel actually that invisible hand, that invisible force is actually coming from yourself. And that's okay. You can still be independent and have an invisible hand guiding you. But maybe you feel like these random YouTube videos are popping up and they're just connecting with your soul. They're connecting with a part of you that you didn't even know you wanted to access. Maybe you start meeting people at the gym, or you meet a friend, or you find my channel, or you start hearing these things. Things are popping up more than usual. And you start to think some sort of miracle is happening right now. Some sort of miracle is happening in your own development, your own transformation. And I think that's the first sign of a transformation. When you start to open your eyes and think a transformation is coming. That's an important sign. So the third one, you recently ended one or more relationships with close loved ones or friends, and you did so not because of drama or arguments or any of that stuff. You did so because you just felt like your values were changing. You felt like your paths in the world were altering, and you were coming to a crossroads in life where you may come back together one day, but for now you're splitting off. And hopefully you can do this without a sense of animosity or resentment, because there's no reason why you have to have the relationships you have right now forever. And I think it's a very telling sign of a transformation when you find yourself walking away from friends you've had for 10 years. It's not always a bad thing, because when you walk away from friends you've had for a long time, you actually make room for new friends. And I've had this experience. I've had this experience many times in my life. And it usually happened when I traveled somewhere. So when I went to Korea, I left friends back home, and I found amazing friends while I was there. Friends that shattered my reality, made way for a new reality. And then when I went back to America, I reconnected with old friends. And I sort of left the friends in Korea, some of them. So all throughout my life, my path has crossed with different kinds of friends. And then when I moved to Taiwan, I made pretty incredible cosmic connections with friends that really helped me understand that you are definitely creating this reality as you go along. And people create each other, I believe, in this little matrix, this world, this reality, this universe, whatever you want to call it. I believe people create each other and we come together for a reason. And I really believe that. And I think you'll find that as you start to transform into a Sigma male. You'll start to realize that some people are holding you back. And if you open your eyes, you'll find people that are going to help you take you to the next level, expand your horizons. So the fourth one, you start asking why. Why do we do this way? Why do we use money? Why are we basing societal success upon buying a house and a car? Why does the system run this way? And this is incredible. This is an incredible quality. Not enough people do it. And this is part of the reason why I feel so strongly about Sigma males, is that we are people who are going to ask why. And those people are so important in the world. A very close friend of mine told me one time, she said, the whats work for the hows, and the hows work for the whys. Meaning, People who ask what do I do? They work for the people who ask how. How do I do it? How do I take this apart? How do we do this the best way? And all two of those two types work for the people that ask why. Why do we do this way? So imagine the what. Let's think of it like Amazon. I don't care how you feel about Jeff Bezos. I have my own personal belief about Jeff Bezos, but let's just use Amazon as an example. You've got the factory worker. He asks what? What do you want me to do today? He's here. Then you have the engineer or the developer or something like that. They ask how. Maybe they're the logistical president, whatever it is. They ask, how do we do things better? So they are here. They're managing all these people who are asking what. And then you've got the people asking why. Jeff Bezos, he asked, why do we need to operate e-commerce the way it's operating? And everybody works for him because he asked the powerful why. And I think if you start asking why, it means that there's a transformation coming. And your ability to ask why is going to pay off enormously, but you need to believe that asking why is a good thing. In fact, every child asks why. They're experts at asking why. And for some reason, we just destroy that ability. So number 5, sign of a transformation, you're going through a mental health struggle. Could be depression, anxiety, insomnia, ADHD, lack of pleasure, sexual issues, whatever it is. You're going through something right now. You don't know why. I believe a lot of mental health struggles, not all of them, not most of them, but I believe that there's a percentage of struggles, mental health illness, that are caused by people not living right. Whether that comes down to diet, their job, their profession, the path they chose, their ability to be authentic. I know personally, my mental health struggles have become worse when I don't do those things right. And I think if you're about to go through a transformation right now, things are going to get worse for you. It's like that old idea about things get darkest before the dawn. I think that's going to happen. So if you're going through something right now, things seem to be getting worse, hold on. Just hold on, because you're about to transform. Number 6, you are seeking far and wide. The 6th sign of a transformation coming is that you're looking for this lighthouse. You're scanning the darkness, you're scanning the fog, and you want to see, where is the light? And this doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean that you're not capable of making your own decisions, but you're just looking for a guide because you want to hear the words that are going to help you transform. It's very difficult to transform on your own. Most people go through transformations through an external stimulus. External stimuluses could be meditation. So anyone who says that I transform because I meditate, it was all internal. No, that's the external circumstance. Other people transform through psychedelic experiences, having a kid, being in a traumatic car crash, having a teacher, finding a YouTube channel dedicated to Sigma males, dedicated to teaching you about who you actually are. If you're seeking, I think that means that you are looking for transformation. And if you're looking for a transformation, you're going to have one. So the 7th sign of a transformation coming, you're starting to feel contempt for typical social structure comforts and measures of success. And this might be things like money. So you might start having a lot of disdain for money. You might start thinking, why are we all chasing money? Maybe you're starting to realize that you're actually chasing freedom. Maybe you're starting to have this discontent with how everyone is chasing more stuff, more iPhones, the newest iPhones, better technology. You start to feel yourself just going against the grain. You're starting to think, why? And again, this goes back to that other sign of a transformation. You're asking why. Why do I feel like money is stupid? Why do I feel like everybody is just seeking validation? You might be going through a transformation if you start feeling disgusted by people chasing money over impact, creativity over getting pats on the back for a good job. You might feel yourself drifting apart from certain social connection and social feedback. You might see people who are creating something for other people and think it's kind of disgusting what they're doing. Personally, I've been watching people create TikTok videos, and it's kind of grossed me out. It's made me think, like, why? I understand there's a very big difference between expression and doing something for validation. A lot of art happens through expression. A lot of dancers dance because they want to express themselves. I have friends who dance all the time. They're hip-hop dancers, and they are pure expression, and it's the most beautiful thing. But when you start to have this Sigma male transformation, you start to look at things like a 20-year-old dude on TikTok looking for validation and reassurance that he's cool, doing a dance that everybody's doing. And you might start to think that it's just gross. It makes you feel gross. So what are the things happening in your life that you feel like you're losing interest in, you're having contempt for? They might be a sign that you're going through a transformation very soon. The 8th one, you're starting to take things to the extreme. You might have philosophies that are very extreme. You might be diving into substance abuse. You might say something like, I'm quitting caffeine. Like me. I have to do things in extreme. I didn't have to limit my caffeine intake. I had to completely cut it down to 0. You might go all in on some form of education. Maybe you found a video on Sigma males and you're just like, I'm going all in on Sigma males. I want to know everything there is about Sigma males. And why is this? Why is this a sign that you're having a transformation? I believe this is a sign that you're having a transformation because you're looking for the thing you want to commit to. Your brain is not stupid. Your soul is not stupid. As much as we try to get in the way of those two things, this incredible supercomputer and this deep soul within you, they're very intelligent. And if you're looking for something to go all in on, if you're seeking that thing, it's probably a sign that you're ready to just fully become that person that you want to be. You're ready to find that identity and just be that. You're ready to align. You're ready to be a whole person. You're ready to find that purpose, that mission, and just go all in on it and be the person you want to be. So if you're seeking right now and you're going all in on things, it's a good sign. Number 9, you want to quit your job. You want to quit school. You want to leave whatever path you're on, but you don't have a plan. You have 0 plan. You're just feeling so restless. And I think this is normal. This is a big sign of transformation coming up. Even people don't have jobs right now. Maybe people got fired from their jobs. People are going to go back to jobs right now that they thought they were going to lose. And for a time, they were like, oh, I wish I was working right now. It sucks not having money. And in a couple weeks, when they go back to work, they're going to be back to that place of discontent. They're going to be back to that place of hating the job. So you might be feeling right now you want to quit whatever you're doing, but you don't have a plan. And I think that's a huge sign. It's a huge sign that you're doing the wrong thing. My experience, every now and then I'll feel like I want to transform. I want to have a deep spiritual transformation. I want to go in the mountains and live with Buddhist monks for 3 months at a time. And I think eventually one day I will do that. So if you're watching this, you subscribe to the channel, and one day I just disappear, I'll probably be there or somewhere else. Because all people go through transformations at various points and times in their lives. Number 10th one, we've got 2 more. You find that weird things are starting to line up. You find that maybe the algorithm is starting to do weird things. The algorithm's feeding you things. And you're like, wow, this is just what I wanted to watch. I was just thinking about that. Maybe it's an algorithm. Maybe it's fate. Maybe it's destiny. Maybe it's your own mental radar. Maybe when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I think if you're about to go through a transformation and you're going to start seeing these things line up, you're going to start meeting people, you're going to start being shown various teachers, you're going to have things just come to your door, opportunities open. But on the flip side, you have to remember that doors will close, people will vanish, people might die, opportunities might cease to be there, and that might actually be things coming into alignment. When a door slams, it might be a good thing. And the last one, you're starting to become a walking contradiction. You're starting to be this person split down the middle. You don't know who you are. You feel as lost as ever. You feel as confused as ever. You feel alone, depressed, anxious. And yet there's this other side of you who feels understood, confident in this new persona. Any kind of transformation, really. It doesn't have to be a Sigma transformation. There's always going to be a part of you that feels lost. And there's always going to be a part of you that feels like, wow, I know who I am more than I've ever known who I am in my life. You might feel alone, but you also feel like you found a tribe. Maybe right now you're watching this, you're sitting at your computer and you're thinking, I'm alone. I'm so alone. It's just me. But this guy understands me. And maybe there's a part of you that understands that there's going to be a community of people that understand you. So you're alone, but you're understood. You might feel outcast, but you also feel the words I'm speaking right now, other things you're reading, other videos you're watching, they're hitting on parts of your brain that you thought were private. And you might feel very lost, but you also feel very confident. And understand that is a sign of a transformation coming. And understand that all of those signs might be painful. They might be very difficult. But they're good things. And you need to trust this transformation coming. And there are many more signs of a transformation coming. I've had my own experience. I've really understood that a transformation was coming through other people's encouragement. As independent as I am, self-reliant as I am, other people coming out of the mysterious universe into my life and helping me understand I'm here for a reason and it's time for me to transform. I have a close friend I just met a few months ago. His name is Barry. He'll probably watch this video. And we just got to talking about Sigma males randomly. So random. I never thought that I would meet a Sigma male in person. Someone who identified as a Sigma male. I thought it was so niche. And he's been very supportive. And of course, the person behind the camera, my friend Michael, he came into my life in a very cosmic, weird way. And he's been very supportive in this Sigma Spirit channel. He is my partner. And it's been very cool to see how minds just come together. And it's been a very cool way of looking at a transformation, to see it as something that happens when people come together. It's not just your transformation. People are there. So if you pay attention to those people, they'll tell you your transformation is here. And also you might be able to look back right now, if you've already gone through a transformation, and you can see all those things happen to me. Yep, all 11 of those signs. I had all of them. And it might help you for the next transformation. So that's it for now. Let me know in the comments what you're going through. Let me know what sign is resonating with you. What's happening in your life. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Talk to me in the comments. Email me if you want at thesigmaspirit@gmail.com. We'll do videos if you ask us questions. We'll talk to you if you have something you want to talk about. And as always, make sure you just subscribe to this video so you don't miss out. And I thank you for watching. And steady yourself. Prepare yourself for the transformation that's about to come. Thank you.